Hi you guys, it's Dante with another comedy tip, and today we are at the Slow Fest in San Luis Obispo. It's a comedy festival, and so I get a whole bunch of great comics to give tips, and today we are so lucky to have one of my very best friends in the whole world and a very, very funny comedian. Heather Turman is here.
Hello, thank you, Dante. I'm so happy that he's here. Like, honestly, him and his wife Rebecca are the best people in comedy.
Oh, thanks. That's how we feel about you. I'm serious.
Thank you.
So what is your tip?
This is gonna sound silly and simplistic, but you have to just have fun on stage 100% of the time, regardless of who the audience is, regardless of how you feel you're gonna be received. Just if you commit to your act and you have fun, then they can't deny it. They have to catch it too. It's infectious.
It's true.
Yeah.
Having fun is the #1 rule of comedy, I believe.
Yeah.
It was my first rule I gave on this show.
Oh, was it?
It was rule #1.
I figured it was like simplistic that.
But I'm glad you're
sure
repeating it. We should have people. I hope that I keep running into people that give it, because I honestly think it's the best piece of advice you can give anyone. Because it's like when I gave this advice earlier, when you watch like Saturday Night Live and people are starting to giggle,
yeah.
They're starting to break. That's when you wake up. You're like, oh, I'm awake again. And this is hilarious.
Yeah.
And now you're waiting for the next one and the next one.
It's
you know what I
true,
mean? And that's
like,
how they feel when they watch your show.
Yeah, 100%. And like, I've been in green rooms where where we've all been in sort of like a total mind fuck, where it's like, oh, the crowd's tight tonight, and we talk ourselves down, and then we end up falling on our faces as a result.
You can't do that.
You can't do that, because then I've watched the people who don't let it get to them go out and commit to themselves and just have fun.
I went up number
they
16.
kill even with the tightest of audiences.
Number 16 at the semifinals for Last Comic Standing, and everyone was, I don't want to say bombing, but it was tight.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not going to allow it. And I got a standing O that time.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I won't go out there and not have fun. I'm going to bring them up. Because everyone else went out there and they didn't acknowledge the audience. I went out there just so happy. I really, like, the first thing I yelled was, I'm on Last Comic Standing.
Yeah.
You know? Because I was joyous. I truly
why wouldn't
was.
you be excited about that? Exactly. Because
I think it woke them up.
And that goes into the thing of the experience, not being attached to the outcome. Being attached to the outcome of people laughing,
right.
the audience.
If I won, I won. I just was so joyous, and
present,
I didn't.
yeah.
Right, I was present.
Fucking how awesome.
I was having fun.
I'm on this right now. I wanted to do this. Why would I even worry about what happens next?
Right, like when you see the Academy Awards and someone, gives a regular speech, and then others are just like kissing everyone and screaming.
I talk about this all the time. One of the most successful, memorable Oscar speeches of all time, Sally Field.
Yep.
That you like me, you really like me. She was willing to receive the love and love herself in that moment in a way that was so infectious. She gave us permission to love ourselves. She gave us permission to feel that type of reception, that type of gratitude. Like
Cuba Gooding Jr. was the same way.
Yes.
When he won, he was so glad,
Yes.
and it made me so happy. You know what I mean? And some people got mad at Adrienne Brody for kissing Halle Berry, but she didn't seem to mind. And, and I'm sure it wasn't, whatever. It's a Me Too time, but I'm just saying he was joyous. That's why he did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to, I don't know, do anything
at
harmful.
that time that was his expression, and at the time that was a more accepted expression.
Correct.
Today that wouldn't
Right,
apply.
unless we also don't know if they're not friends. That could have been something common between them. We're just talking out of our asses. But you touched on the #1 rule from me. Everyone has their own opinions, but yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I try to do it as I've moved along comedy. I try to live by that more and more. It's always hard. You have to do it every time to remind yourself.
Every time.
Just do it for the experience of the moment. Be in the moment, have fun, and you can't lose.
You can't. And start listening. Rebecca points out every time that a team wins or any great person does something great, you listen and they always go, I just went out there and decided to have fun. Mm-hmm. They say it every time, right? You point out every time after the World Series, like this one team was losing. Who's that team that never won? It was the Cubs, right?
Yeah, the Cubs.
The Cubs. They were losing, and then they come back from nowhere, and the guy at the end goes, "We're already losing. We're in the World Series. Let's go out there the next two and just have fun.
Yeah.
Don't worry."
Yeah.
And he goes, "That's when we won."
Yeah. Yep.
Because all of a sudden we were scoring, and that's true. That's how it is with comedy. Go have fun.
Yeah. Thanks. I think committing to the moment is really true in everything. But yeah, thank you.
Give your social media, please.
Yeah, at Heather. It's boring, but it's my name, Heather Turman. At
T-U-R?
Yeah, Turman on all the social media platforms.
Cool. Check her out. She's really great, you guys.